Hey guys, I am Nishant and welcome to Cybernetico. So now let's cover 1.2, which is using pagination. So to be clear, let me write it here. We will cover this point, using pagination. So what do we mean by pagination? So pagination basically means, let me write it, means to divide large amounts of data into chunks. For example, if you search anything on Google, let's say COVID 19, and go to the bottom, you will see we have this pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is dividing all of the results that we searched here into chunks or into different segments. So we have some results on page number 1, then if you go to page number 2, we will have some results and so on. This is called pagination. Pagination basically means to divide large amounts of data into chunks. Correct? Correct. So we have different kinds of pagination. But before that, let me tell you the benefits. Okay, the first benefit of using pagination is improved performance, which means it is very clear and straightforward. Performance is critical for soft no, UI development, because if the performance is not great of an app, nobody will use it because it will be very slow. Imagine if you searched something on Google and it took, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes for the results to get on the page. Will you use it? The answer is never, because performance is one of the more important things of UI. The second one is reduced memory usage. Reduced memory usage. It means when we call an API to, let's say, get some results, it takes some memory usage. For example, when we searched this COVID 19 on Google, it took some memory in the network tab. Without pagination, the memory usage will be very high. So using pagination, it helps the client browser to manage data efficiently using less memory by only holding a portion of the data at any time or any given time. Okay, this one was reduced memory usage. So when we call or when we search some query, let's say COVID 19 on Google, it will call some backend API to fetch results on this topic. And if we don't have pagination, it may take some time to load, and that will cost more memory usage. That is not a good thing in UI or front end. The third one is called better user experience, and I have explained this previously. Experience. So you will not use any app which has bad user experience or which is called UX. Because why would you, or why would I use an application that takes some time to load? It will not be a smooth experience for us, which is called UX or user experience. So pagination enables users to navigate through data smoothly without long waiting times for loading. That's all. So the third one is better user experience, because we will not load any app or we will not use any app which has a bad UX or user experience. So pagination enables users to navigate through the data smoothly without long waiting times for loading. Now, these were the 3 points of why we need pagination, the benefits. Now let's see the types of pagination. So if I type here types of pagination. So the first one is offset based pagination. This means, let me open this thing, or if you go down here, we will see different kind of pages like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and till 10. Similarly, we have React, and for React we have React pagination. So if you open this library on npm, we will see this. So basically, let's say we have 100 users in a database. We want to fetch them all. So using pagination, we cannot load all of them at once. We have to make sure that we divide 100 users in chunks. So we can either divide 100 by 10. In this case, we will have 10 users per page. Or we can do this as well. So this was the first case that we can do. We can also do 100 by 5. I mean 5 users per page. This will be 20. Okay, this is pages, sorry. So we have 10 pages, then 10 users per page. We have 5 pages, 20 users per page. We can also do 100 divided by 20. This will make as 5 users per page. So we have 100 users, 10 pages, so 10 users per page. We have 100 users and 5 pages. In this case, we will have 20 users per page. So this is how we can divide offset based pagination. Second one is called infinite scrolling. So in some of the apps you have must seen something like this. So for example, if you go to the top and search something like this and then scroll to the bottom, more results will show up. So this is called infinite scrolling. So infinite scrolling means we load some data initially. Let's say 10 users or 10, yeah, let's say 10 users for the first time. We load 10 users for the first time, and when we reach the last user on the page, let's say the 10th user, we load 10 more. I think we should write this here. If we reach the 10th user, or let's say if you use the 9th user, we load the 10 more user. We load 10 more users. In this case, this is known as infinite scrolling. Now the third one is called load more button. So this is similar as the first one, which is offset based. In this load more, when we reach the end of the page or the results, we will see a button of load more, which means if you click the button, more or 10 more or let's say some more results will load up. This is called load more pagination or button. So we have three types: offset based, infinite scrolling and load more. So this was pagination.